All right, man. We are live. We are live on this fine Saturday afternoon. Welcome back to another episode of the Winners Diet Show. I'm your host, Mac Solomon, aka Project Mac. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below what you guys want to see next. We appreciate you guys for tapping in, um, showing support, how you guys have been on social media. So that's always appreciated. I'm never not going to appreciate that. Um, you guys know that we're building this thing from the ground up. So it's going to be a lot of episodes where no one's going to be in this motherfucker. And that's okay. That is completely fine. This is how you practice. This is how you get better. This is how you improve. And eventually everything is going to come rolling in. So I'm excited for the process. This is not my first time doing a podcast, you guys. I've had podcasts before. I've been on different podcasts before in the past, but having my own platform is something that I need to get used to and need to embrace. So I know doing this at least twice a week is going to get me a lot better than I need to be. Is going to put me in position to really, learn a new skill set, dial in on what I need to focus on and get better at, and just learn and improve every single day. So I'm excited to be doing this. I'm excited to be chopping it up for the next hour or so with you guys. Can't be on here too long. I know I always say that, but I always end up going longer than I need to. But I do have to get up out of here because I got to go to my best friend's birthday party. So I'll be trying to at least I'm gonna try to go for at least an hour because I gotta get up out of here. So, but we do have a jam packed show today, man. Shout out to everybody in here. Shout out to everybody in the chat watching. We appreciate you guys as well. So feel free to leave a comment, show some love. Anything is anything is appreciated. So but before we get into everything we got going on, let's just do a quick rundown of what today's show is going to be like. As you guys can see already from the title, The Dark Side of Getting Healthy and Why You'll Never See the World the Same Again. So, we will be tackling that topic today as part of our main event, headliner, whatever you want to call it. And that's going to be this is a very big topic for those individuals that finally get in shape and want to stay in shape. This is going to be something that you guys are going to experience very, very soon once you start to really have a routine down. Your habits have changed. So you're going to see a different side of the world and just the way you look at things that you used to enjoy, it's not going to hit the same anymore. And I'll tackle that as we go along. But yeah, but without further ado, man, let's get into today's show. As you guys know, we have our two segments where we talk about what's in the news, the Fit Report, and then we also have What the Fitness, where we react to different topics, different fitness videos, whether it be crazy crash out videos or crazy, videos about fitness, health, wellness, all that good stuff, where we can show you guys teachable moments in these videos. Everything is about educating and teaching. So even though it might be hilarious and comedic and satire, we still want to educate you guys on what's actually being done here. So, but without further ado, man, let's get into the first article. Let's see what we got here. All right, here we go. So let's get this out the way. I don't know why this is here. It says, My girlfriend dumped me. I got revenge by losing 141 pounds on my own. Interesting. So yeah, let's take a look at this article. He lost a girlfriend and 141 pounds as a result. Wow. I don't know how to say this guy's name. Nathan. I'm not gonna say that because I can't even pronounce that. I'm not even gonna try. Let's just call him Poovy. 27, gained 97 pounds during the COVID-19 lockdowns, going from 220 to 317. God damn. He claims his girlfriend couldn't bear to see him eat himself to death and left him. That's when he decided to get his life back on track. Now he weighs 176 pounds and works as a personal trainer in London. Shout out to him. It's been 3 years of consistency for me now. I haven't taken more than a week off, Poovy declared to SWNS. I feel great, and I can't ever imagine going back to that lifestyle. All right. And this is Poovy, as you guys can see here. So yeah, he turned himself from a big back, and a lot of people got fat during the pandemic. So this is not just him. I did the opposite. I actually lost a lot of weight during the pandemic because I was locked down in LA, so I had nothing but time. I actually lost like 15 to 20 pounds. I lost like maybe 10 pounds, and then I put on about 5 to 10 pounds of muscle, which was crazy for me. So I was yeah, but yeah, this dude he did a complete 180. Now is he all the way? Is he natural? I don't know if he's natural or not. Y'all be the judge of this. Is this dude natural? You know, but we'll get into that later. But anyway, man, yeah, look, man, whenever guys go through breakups, the first thing that you should do is get your ass back in the gym. Start working out, start training. Mainly because all you're going to be thinking about is your ex-girlfriend. All you're going to be thinking about is all the good times you guys had together. All the fun moments, all the times she said I love you and we're never ever going to get rid of each other and we're always going to be together forever and this and that. Look, man, words are words. People say things all the time that they don't mean, me included. It sounds good in the moment. She might say she loves you, and then, next week she might feel different. It is what it is. That's not every woman, but a lot of people talk a lot. They just say whatever sounds good in that moment, man. So you can't really take everybody's word for face value. The best thing you can do is continue to stay in shape, continue to have your edge, continue to maintain that sharpness that you had, because I'm pretty sure that's what got you the girl in the first place. But what happens is, as we always bring this up, and there's articles and studies to back this up, men get into relationships and they let themselves go. And as soon as the girl dumps them, now you want to get back in shape. And it's just like the women's side too. You see it a lot on the women's side. The woman, she dumps the guy or the guy dumps her, and now she wants to get back in shape. So all around, I just wish people, why do you guys have to wait until that person doesn't want to deal with you anymore for you to get your stuff together? That's a question that you got to ask yourself, man. You get too damn comfortable in your relationships. You shouldn't have had to lose the weight and then rebuild yourself back up again. You could have easily maintained your same body composition. You could have easily maintained your weight. Why did you allow someone to let you fall off? So I don't know, man. It's men are just, I don't know, man. Like, I just don't understand. Again, comfortability and complacency makes you fat. This is another case of that happening. He got comfortable. He started eating himself to death because He thought she wasn't going to go nowhere. Little did he know. And boom, she ends up leaving his ass. And now he's looking stuck on stupid. Now he wants to go run and get back in shape. When you could have just maintained that same weight throughout the whole entire relationship. So I don't know, man. Guys, we have to, even though we're in relationships, we're married, we still have to maintain our health. We still have to maintain our weight. And ladies, too, same with y'all. Just because you guys get into relationships, that doesn't mean you guys become fat pigs. That doesn't mean you guys let yourselves go. So we got to do a better job of, even though, yes, we're comfortable. Yes, we're having fun in this relationship. It doesn't mean that you guys just completely neglect your standards and your values. That should have never happened. But glad he lost the weight. Glad he looks better. All right, let's get to the next article. Appreciate you guys for tapping in. We had 3 people in here at one point. Man, that was good. People are finally starting to tap in. That's always a good sign. All right. The next article in the Fit Report. Let's check this out. It says that, okay, Ozempic sperm, weight loss drugs can mess with fertility for both men and women. Wow. Okay. So it says here, GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy might help you ditch the food baby, but they could also affect your ability to make a real one. Aaliyah Barmer, a registered dietitian and reproductive health expert, told the Post that about 15% of her patients use the medication have struggled to conceive. With that group, she said roughly 40% have reported problems such as irregular periods, delayed ovulation, and even declining sperm quality linked to their rapid weight loss. Studies suggest 1 in 8 U.S. adults have used a GLP-1 at some point. That's interesting. Okay. But in a surprising twist, some women have experienced the opposite effect on their fertility, giving rise to the so-called Ozempic baby. Barmer explained what's behind these conflicting outcomes and shared her top recommendations for anyone taking GLP-1 who is thinking of starting a family. Okay. Interesting here. So, and look, we are still in the early stages of Ozempic, Wegovy, these weight loss drugs, this phenomenon that has basically taken the world by storm. We are still in the very early stages. So we're not really seeing the effects of what it can do on, people just yet, right? There might be small side effects that you might notice, but there hasn't been any major side effects that have caused people to second guess taking it. Now you're seeing that people that are on Ozempic, Wegovy, now they're having issues conceiving. Now they have issues with low sperm count. Now the woman is having trouble, ovulating. So now we're starting to see the major side effects. And there's been speculation on other side effects that's been out there, but I'm not too sure on how many studies have been backed by that. But this is a major thing. This is a major thing. So I don't know if you are on Ozempic, if you're taking Wegovy, you guys have to be very careful, tread very lightly. It's kind of the same thing with people that are on gear, right? If you're using gear, and gear, when I say gear, I mean gear in like the fitness term, steroids, PEDs. You guys have to be very careful when you're taking gear for men and women, because it does irregulation on your hormones. So I know a lot of guys that are taking TRT, that are taking other peptides and PEDs and things like that. They have to get off that if they're trying to conceive. because it does hormonal changes to your body in that process of you taking it, because it's not natural. It's not natural. So, uh, yeah, this is a very big thing, man. And I'm pretty sure in a few years, there's going to be more side effects that come out that we did not see coming. So the fact that um, this is something that is having people not being able to conceive, I'm pretty sure we're going to see even more side effects. So it's very, look, man, everything sounds good in the moment. It all sounds good. Look, take this pill or take this shot and you're going to lose weight. You're going to lose 20 pounds. It all sounds good in the moment until the side effects kick in. And then it doesn't sound good anymore. Now you potentially can't have a family. If that was something that you and your spouse were betting on, well, I hate to break it to you, but that might have to be on hold for a second. And who knows how long that could be. So look, man, do your research. Do not just jump on something because someone says you're going to take this pill or take this shot and you're going to lose the weight and it's just going to come off naturally and nothing's going to happen to you. That's not how things work. I always talk about how there are trade-offs with everything. If you want something, you're going to have to give something else up. It's just how it goes. It's how it's always been. But only in America, only here in the US, do we think as Americans that we can have it all. We can have everything that we want. We can have everything that our heart desires. And it doesn't work like that. You're going to have to give something up. If you want to get in shape, you're going to have to give up being a little bit social. You're going to have to give up drinking alcohol for a time being, eating junk food all the time. If you want to get in, if you want to become a lawyer, you're going to have to give up socializing. You're going to be in the books 24/7. It's just how it is. If you want a fantastic career as an actor or musician, guess what? You're probably going to have to give up having a family and really being there, depending on how high you want to go. If you want to get to the level of the Beyoncés and the Jay-Z's and the Kanyes, well, you might have to give up being an active dad or active mom. You're probably not going to be around a lot. But here in America, we always think we can have everything. We always think we can have it all. Oh, man, I'm going to have it all. I knew a girl. I'm not going to say her name. But this was years ago, by the way. And we'd always be talking like we were younger. We were like in our early 20s. And, both in LA, trying to find a way in this crazy town. And we're just talking about like what you want to do for a living, like what you want to do for your career. And she says, man, I want to be an actress. I want to be a musician. I want to have a family. I'm like, damn, so you just want to have it all, don't you? She's like, I'm gonna have it all. Fast forward to today, she don't have it all. Not even close. And that's not to diminish her, but it's just kind of delusional thinking that we can have everything that we want and give up nothing. It's just not how life works, man. There are certain things that I want out of life. And I know there's going to be something I have to give up in return. It is what it is. Is it fair? No, but is life fair? No. So you got to roll with the punches. You got to give what life gives you. So when I see this article, when it talks about how people that are taking Ozempic are having trouble having kids or conceiving, well, this is just another effect of that. This is just another backing of what I was just saying. Another example. Okay, you want to take this new weight loss drug that's making you drop all this weight. Cool. But guess what? It might fuck up your hormones. So you may not be able to have kids anymore. Or at least while you're on it. But folks are not ready for that conversation. They think they can have their cake and they want to eat it too. Very rarely are you able to do both. That is for like the top 0.0001% of people on this planet that can have everything they want. And even then, it might not be just that. Even then, they might still have to give things up. Even though they have all the resources, all the access, all the network, you still might not get everything that you want. Hey, man, I don't make the rules. It's just how life goes. And I've learned to accept that. I accepted that early on. I accepted that, hey, man, I'm trying to grow my career. And in that process, if I have to delay or give up having a family in the process, then that's just going to be what it is. But I told myself, I got to take care of myself first. Do I want a family? Of course. But can I have this amazing career and do what I want to do and still have both? I mean, you can, but you're probably not going to be around, or the mother of your children and you might not be together. You'll still have a family, but it's not going to be a family where you guys are all together under one roof. And do I want to deal with that? Probably not. I'm not really trying to do the whole baby mom thing. That really wasn't part of my plan. Sometimes that's what happens though. But trade-offs, man, trade-offs are real. What are you willing to give up? You want to get in shape. What are you willing to give up? You want to have a career. What are you willing to give up? These are questions you got to ask yourself. No one's going to do it for you. We all want the finer things in life, but do we want to give shit up in the process? No, not always. Not always. So, man, it's a crazy game, man. It's a very crazy game out here. I wish people would be way more aware of what they're getting themselves into before they jump on getting on Ozempic or Wegovy, or guys like even taking steroids. You know, men that are on TRT, men that are on PEDs. Like, you guys need to understand what comes after that. You just blindly go into something without realizing you're going to have to give something up. There's a cost to everything. There's a cost to everything. Shout out to UR, man. What's up, man? Appreciate you for that. But there's a cost to everything. I hope I'm saying your name right, dog. But there's a cost to everything. You know? So, yeah, man, it's a crazy game out here. It's a crazy, crazy game. Anyway, man, we are live on the Winner's Diet Show. I appreciate you guys for tapping in as well. Make sure you guys hit that like button. We are halfway through. We are still on our first segment, which is the Fit Report. We are basically reacting to different articles that are in the fitness industry, in the fitness world. So you guys are still pretty ahead of the schedule. So let's go ahead and get to the next article. It's another one. And you guys know how I always talk about how, oh, where is it at, man? Hold on. Okay. Hold on, you guys. I have to pull it up real quick. Sorry. But while you're in here, man, make sure you guys hit that like button for sure. Sorry, guys. I had an article that I had that I don't have right now. I need to pull it back up. Let's see where we at with it, man. All right, here we go. All right. Let's get back to it. So, a lot of you guys are right now getting back into your health journey, which is great, amazing. But you guys still do not seem to grasp the concept that you cannot, when you're trying to lose weight and lose fat, spot reducing is not a real thing. So I don't know who told you that you can reduce spots on your body of problem areas of fat, but I don't know what fitness influencer told you that. But look, guys, You cannot spot reduce. You cannot spot reduce. You have to overall lose body fat. So let's take a look at this article here where it says just that. Okay, so it says here targeted fat loss is a total scam. Who knew? The fitness industry loves to sell you the dream of targeted fat loss, but here's what decades of research actually tells us about spot reduction. For over 50 years, scientists have consistently shown that you cannot choose where your body loses fat. When you exercise a specific muscle group, you're not preferentially burning fat from that area. Your body pulls energy from fat stores throughout your entire body based on genetics, hormones, and individual factors. A recent 2023 study did find very small reduction effects, but only under extremely controlled laboratory conditions with matched energy expenditure. The effect was so minimal that it has no practical application for real world fitness. The influencers promising you can melt belly fat or target love handles with specific exercise are either misinformed or deliberately misleading you. Oh, who knew? Who knew that fitness influencers didn't know what they were talking about? Who knew that fitness coaches that never trained anybody in their life before don't know what they're talking about? And I've said this time and time again, man. You guys cannot listen to people online just because they have, 5% body fat, six-pack abs. The girl has a crazy, ginormous watermelon ass. You guys cannot always take their advice because a lot of times, a lot of where they get their information from is not credible. And mainly, they're not credible because they've never coached before. The girl that's selling you a program has a BBL. She has a fucking Dr. Miami in her corner. The guy that's selling you his, 6-week shred program is on his third cycle of TRT and PEDs. I try to tell you guys every single time, just because they have a crazy, Instagram friendly body, that doesn't mean you have to listen to them. That doesn't mean you have to listen to every single time they say this is this and this is that. Check your sources. Do your own research or get with somebody that is credible, that actually has experience in this field. Followers don't mean everything. Followers are not everything. Followers are not everything. Just because somebody has 500,000 followers, 200,000 followers, doesn't mean that they're credible. And I wish people would stop believing and buying into that. I'm not saying everybody's like that, but you can really tell who really knows what they're talking about and who doesn't. But yeah, fat loss, you cannot target reduce fat. You cannot say, I want to lose fat here on my love handles. I want to lose fat here in my neck. I want to lose fat here in my stomach. You know who can do that for you? His name is Dr. Miami. His name is your local surgeon, your local plastic surgeon. That's who can target fat loss for you. not not the trainer, not this 6-week shred program, not this 6-week ab program. So get the right people around you, man. Stop following everybody just because they got a big butt or shredded 6-pack abs at 2% body fat. Everybody ain't telling you the truth, man. I'm just being honest. It's just, we got to stop this. This is the problem in our culture. This is the problem in fitness culture. It's too many gimmicks. It's too many frauds. It's too much fluff. It's too many unqualified people giving you fitness advice. So this is what I'm talking about, man. Please be very careful where you guys get your information from. All right, let's take it to the next article. I think that's it for the articles. Let's go on to our next segment, man. What the fitness? So let's see what we got. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button, man. Hit that like button. We're going all the way in per usual. Okay, here. So rapper Kevin Gates. I know you guys like Kevin Gates. I kind of like Kevin Gates just for the personality. I don't really care for the music as much. Um, he had some songs back in the day, but it's kind of his personality and his antics have superseded his music. So, but he does say some truth from time to time that I really enjoy. So let's talk about how he doesn't trust motivational people that are overweight. Let's hear it for
With
ourselves.
all due disrespect, I can't listen to no fat motivational speaker. You can't empower me if you're not empowering yourself. You just talk with us a bit.
I'm in the gym because I'm working on something. I'm in the field running because I'm working on something. I'm exercising because I'm working on something.
I can't demand anything of my team and my soldiers that I don't demand of myself. I'm empowering myself. I am the message that I bring. I'm ready to take it. I'm ready to take my shirt off right now. I'm always ready to peel. And people ask me, why are you so hard on yourself? I beat myself up so the world won't beat me up. Because the world could be a cruel place, but it could also be a beautiful place if you allow it to be. Because once your perspective changes, that's when miracles happen. And now I look at it like this. You know, what else? Come on, let's do it. What else I got to conquer so I can get to the next level? What else? There's always going to be giants at the gate. If it ain't rough, it ain't us. Let's go. So it ain't like, why me? It's like, why not me? Let's do it.
Man, that's real shit, man. That's real talk. Listen, if I got up here and I was 30% body fat and I was telling you guys about fitness, I was telling you guys and trying to educate you guys about being in shape, y'all will look at me like I'm crazy. But I understand, man. Look, you have to practice what you preach. Practice what you preach. At least look the part. If someone is trying to motivate me about life coaching and they're out of shape, I'm not listening to you, dog. Like I just can't. Why? You don't take yourself serious. So why would I get life coaching from someone that doesn't even have the motivation to not overeat, to not practice gluttony? When you're overeating all the time, when you're overweight, you don't have your life in order. It's just that simple. You don't have your life in order. You don't have any discipline. Oh, Mac, well, there's rich people that are fat all the time. I guarantee you they didn't get fat, while they were grinding. I guarantee you they got fat after they got rich. Most of the time. Are there outliers here and there? Sure. But they probably got fat after they got rich. Just like when you see people that, rich people don't smoke weed. Well, Elon Musk and Snoop Dogg, bro, outliers. I guarantee you, people that smoke weed on the come up, they were not, if they were rich and they were smoking weed, I guarantee you they were not successful. They did not become successful. It's very hard to get to a certain place and be disciplined and still have distractions around you. I guarantee you they started doing drugs and smoking weed after they got successful. You get the access after you become successful, not during the process, not during the grinding phase. So no, if someone's trying to give me life coaching and life advice and they're overweight, they're fat, and they look like they don't take care of themselves, I'm not listening to you, bro. I'm not listening to you. I can't listen to you because you don't even practice what you're preaching. Most of the time, their life is behind the scenes, is gonna be in disarray. So it's very hard for me to really lock in and buy into somebody that's a motivational speaker or a coach, motivational coach or whatever. Because a lot of times their life behind the scenes is pretty much faulty as well. I'm not saying that's all the time. But hey, at least I can give y'all fitness, and at least you guys can somewhat listen to me because I'm in somewhat great shape compared to the IG influencers. At least I'm in shape and I'm giving you information. At least you can take me serious on that note. Now, you can dissect my life however you want to dissect it, but at least from a visual standpoint, you guys can see, okay, he's in great shape. You go to his Instagram, you see he's trained certain type of clients. You see he's built, a brand for himself. You can see he's done some things. He's been on tour. He's worked with different hotels. Okay, this guy's pretty credible. We can listen to him. As opposed to if I'm just some dude just out of shape giving you advice on fitness and how to eat properly, and it's like, okay, this guy isn't practicing what he's preaching. But this is the majority of people. They're going to give you financial advice and they're broke. They're going to tell you everything about the law and they're criminals. Like, it's crazy to me. It's real life nuts to me. It's crazy. Yeah, man. It's like I always talk about the church, and I hate to get on the church, because I respect everybody's religion and things like that. But yeah, man, like you got the pastor of the church, Pastor Porkchop. Pastor Porkchop is giving you life advice. Whole time he hasn't seen a gym in 6 years. Whole family's fat. Whole congregation is fat. Not one time is he telling them about health and fitness, and we need to get better as a congregation and get healthier. No, he's going to give you life advice. He's going to tell you what you need to be doing to better your life. He's going to tell you everything that you want to hear, and practicing none of that. This is what they do. So, yeah, man, I'm not really sold on the fat motivational speaker. I'm not sold on fat personal trainers. I don't think, look, and I'm not saying every personal trainer that's fat doesn't know what they're talking about. But listen, if you're a fat personal trainer and you're trying to get clients, then you're fucking up. You're fucking up. If you're a fat personal trainer and you're trying to get clients, you're fucking up. I'm not saying you can't get clients or you won't get clients, but you are limiting yourself because people are coming to you for motivation, for accountability. And when they see even you don't hold yourself accountable, it's going to turn them off. And yes, I know plenty of coaches that are not in the best of shape and they are elite at what they do. But they weren't always like that, though. I guarantee you they were not always like that. A lot of times guys fall off and they don't get back on. But at some point in their career, in their training career, they were elite. Some guys are just coming in just out of shape. Some guys are coming in never being in shape, which is crazy to me. That shit is crazy to me. So again, this is another reason to watch who you get your information from. Watch who you take advice from. Make sure the people that are giving you advice, that are giving you solutions, are practicing these solutions themselves. There's too much fluff out here. There's too much fraudulent people out here saying one thing and doing the opposite. Make sure you guys do your own research, vet who you're getting information from, and really just open your eyes up, man, and be alert because it's a lot of scams out here. It's a lot of people in this industry that are just trying to take from you and sell you hope and really not give you any type of real solution. So just be careful. All right, man, let's get on to the next video. We going in today, man. Appreciate you guys as always. So we have another video here with our guy CT Fletcher. I know you guys recognize CT Fletcher from back in the early YouTube days when fitness YouTube was still a thing. It's not so much a thing anymore, but he held it down in the early 2010s when I was in high school. He was the guys, him, Mike Rashid, the Hodge twins, all those guys. They were the ones, man. So let's see CT Fletcher talk about nutrition and the importance of fuel. Let's see here. Let me put the volume on.
Hey, you whine.
Let me go ahead and refresh that, man. All right, here we go.
That is the weakest fucking excuse I've ever heard for not dieting. You're not dieting for fucking taste, motherfucker. You're dieting for the results that dieting is going to give you. How it's going to make you fucking look. Oh, it tastes so nasty. I can't diet. You whining ass bitch. Pacifier sucking pussy. Shut the fuck up and eat that shit. That's my fucking opinion on that.
Shout out to CT motherfucking Fletcher, man. OG in the space. Didn't give a fuck, man. He gonna say what he want to say and how he's gonna say it. However you're gonna take it, that's how you take it, man. But he's gonna be upfront with you, straight to the point, no, no filter. And that's just how we like it, man. Give it to me straight. Pause. But yeah, man, a lot of us, this is mainly for people that are just starting to diet, right? If you're just starting to diet and you're just starting to get in that habit of eating right and being on a routine and, just eating things that you're not accustomed or used to eating, it's going to taste a lot different than what you're used to. And it just has to be like that. Everything cannot be drenched in seasoning and salt. Everything can't be sweet and sour. Like sometimes food, if not all the time, has to be meant for fuel. That's what food is really meant for. Food ain't really meant to taste good. If it tastes good, it's a plus. We all want to have tasty food. We love that, right? There's foodies all around the world. But when it comes to getting in shape, sometimes food ain't always going to taste good. Sometimes you have to eat for results. Yes, you have to eat for results. A lot of foodies are not going to like that. But food is meant for results. Food is meant for energy, not for pleasure. The problem is you guys have a very strange relationship with food. Because when you guys were younger, if you fucking stubbed your toe as a kid, if you fucking went and got in third place at the fucking basketball game or baseball game, your mom or dad will come and get you and take you for ice cream and, or your favorite food. And now, boom, you're happy again. So you develop this attachment style to food, which is very unhealthy. And you guys have carried that on to your adult life. So now what happens when you get dumped? What happens when you have a bad day at work? What happens when, somebody says some mean things to you? You go get ice cream. You go get In-N-Out. You go get chicken wings and fries and a milkshake. It's going to make you feel better. If you want to get back in shape, you're going to have a better relationship with food. You're going to have to look at food in a different light. It cannot be comfort anymore. Too many times you guys want comfortability. You want comfortability and get results. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. Food is going to be boring. If you're getting in shape, if you're on a health journey, listen, you're going to be eating the same shit for a majority of the time. You're going to be eating the same shit a majority of the time. It's going to be boring. It's going to be mundane. Yes, every day is going to be chicken and rice or ground turkey and rice or ground turkey and sweet potatoes. Yes, you can make substitutions here and there. But for the most part, the food is going to be the damn same, man. So get used to it. Get used to it. We don't eat for taste. I do not eat for pleasure. I just don't. I don't eat for pleasure. When I'm having a bad day, I don't run and go and get ice cream or, pizza or whatever junk food that you guys like. Now, I'm still human. Don't get me wrong. I'm still human. I will still go out and every now and then, yes, I will treat myself to something that I enjoy. I will treat myself to, burger and fries or some chicken wings. Yes, some candy. I have a big sweet tooth. But I understand that I cannot, if I want to keep looking the way I want to look, if I want to keep seeing results in my fitness, I cannot be eating these things. I can't eat it when I have a bad day. I can't eat it when I'm sad. I can't eat it when I'm depressed. No, it's going to be the same meal. It's going to be the same food over and over again. I eat for results. I don't eat for pleasure. I'm not a foodie. Never been, never will be. Guess what? Most foodies are fat. Most people that have these foodie cravings are fat. They're not in the best shape, and that's for good reason. So no, I have a strict schedule. I have a routine. I have habits that I maintain at the highest level, and I don't compromise that for anybody. And you should too. That should be your priority. You know, you need some, like, shout out to I need some advice about, you said device or advice about gambling. Here, man, what I want you to do, I want you to book before we get into it here. I want you to fill out this coaching form, and then I'll hit you up. Fill out this coaching form, dog, and I'll reach out to you. But yeah, listen, man. I forgot where I was saying. I got sidetracked by my man right here. But I think I was talking about how I'm strict with my routine. You're not going to see results if you're not strict with your routine. If you don't have discipline to eat the same shit for weeks on end, but you know, you're not going to make it, man. You're not going to make it. So, but anyway, let's move on to the next video in our What the Fitness segment. But yeah, man, just hit that coaching call, man. Fill out that form, and I'll contact you. I don't have my calendar up yet, but we'll get to it. Shout out to you. But let's get to the next article because we're running late on time. All right here. So we have this guy that says, "Stop being cheap." All right, let's see what he says about this.
That I become.
Let me refresh the video.
Going to make sense to a lot of people, but the minute that I become too frugal or too cheap with my money is the minute that it starts to control me and take over my mind. But when I spend my money almost carelessly, it seems to find its way back to me and opportunities start to open up for ways to make more money. Now, of course, life isn't all about money, but it's very important for a lot of people. It's how you survive. So I don't know what you can make of that. Maybe it's an abundance mindset or whatever, but I do want to harp on the point that a poor psychological relationship with money will absolutely fucking ruin your life. This isn't going to make sense to a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely. Money is a very tricky thing, and we don't always talk about money on this channel, because obviously money in the winner's diet go, that's a portion of just being smart with having money and being able to invest in yourself and things like that. That takes money sometimes. But listen, man, when it comes to money, and I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not going to tell you guys how to spend money and things like that. But I will say this. When it comes to self-development, that should be priceless. If you know something is going to benefit you in a positive way, and you know you need that exact thing to benefit and to grow and potentially, get to the next level, then you're going to have to spend that money, man. Look, being frugal is good. It's smart at times, but sometimes money is nothing but a tool to use. Because really money is worthless, right? Money in itself is worthless. It's a green piece of paper. But what it can do, is priceless. So, because if money held no more value, if we couldn't use money anymore to buy stuff or to get to certain places or get access to certain people or things, it'd be worthless. But it's not how it works. We use money as a tool to get us what we want. We use money as a tool to get ahead. So when it comes to self-development, you guys have to make sure that if it's going to elevate your life, spend that money, man. Obviously, don't just throw money out the window. Don't just spend it just because you have it. But do your research, and if it's something that you know is going to benefit you, man, you need to spend that money, man. Being cheap isn't going to get you anywhere. Sometimes, in certain situations, being cheap isn't going to get you where you need to be at. Sometimes you need to spend money to get ahead, and it is what it is. So, when it comes to personal development, like paying for a trainer, paying for an online coach, paying for education, yes, these things are 9 times out of 10 is probably going to be worth it. But the thing is, a lot of people have limited beliefs. A lot of people think that if they spend this money, it's never going to return. And it's the complete opposite. Sometimes you spend the money on personal development, that shit gonna come back tenfold. But we have this very scarcity. It's a scarcity mindset. I think that's what it all boils down to. It's a scarcity mindset that people have with things that they value. Money, relationships, friendships, whatever. Sometimes you guys have to get rid of that scarcity mindset, man. I've been in debt, you guys. I've been in debt because I wanted to invest in myself. You know what I'm saying? I've been in debt because I wanted to invest in myself. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't work, and I paid for it. And that's things I have to live with. And do I regret it? Sometimes, yeah, but at the same time, I still took that leap of faith. And I didn't care. Okay, yeah, it might hurt me a little bit for the time being, but hey, at least I tried. But you're building up that tolerance over time to not be scared of throwing money at things that you feel like can benefit you. You guys don't know how many men I know right now that are so scared to invest in coaching or a personal trainer. Guys, because guys will come to me, guys will know they need to get back in shape. Guys know they're out of shape. And still they have questions as to if they should spend this money or not. Well, what else are you going to spend the money on? Whatever you was doing isn't working anymore. So, I mean, it just comes down to scarcity, man. Oh, I got to go ask my wife. All right, go ahead. Go ask your fat ass wife. Like, it's crazy to me how much people live in scarcity. How much people are afraid to invest in themselves because they think, oh, the money's not going to come back. Well, your health will. Like, I don't know if you guys are sales or into sales, but you will ask all the right questions and guys will basically answer their own questions for you, and basically just giving you the idea that they're ready to buy. And then at the last minute, it's like, oh, well, I got to go think about it. I got to go ask my wife. I got to go ask my partner. Like, bro, you basically already admitted that you're ready to buy. But now when it's time to pay for it, now you're saying, oh, I got to go think about it. When you've already admitted, yes, this is something I need. Yes, if I had this in my life, yes, it would benefit me. Yes, it's not about the price. So what's the problem here? It's the scarcity. It's the mindset. Guys are too afraid to invest in themselves. And hey, man, you can keep that mentality, but it's not going to get you anywhere. It really isn't. All right, man. Let's get to the last. I think that's it for. That might be it for WTFitness, if I'm not mistaken here. All right, man. Let's get to the main event, basically. So the main event, man, we're talking about the dark side of getting healthy. why you will never see the world the same again. So, if you are getting in shape and you've been doing so the last few years and you graduated from bad habits, um, getting in shape does not just change your body, but it also rewires your mindset and it rewires your identity. So, meaning you're not, you basically lost your old self in the process and you've created a new person. And this new person is the complete opposite of the old person with the bad habits. You've replaced the bad habits with the good habits. And 9 times out of 10, it's very hard to go back to the bad habits. Once you've seen the good side, once you've seen the other side of being healthy and being in shape, it's damn near impossible to go back. I mean, it happens. I'm not saying it can't happen, but it's very hard to go backwards, man. It's very hard to go backwards. So no one tells you that, man. Once you start eating clean and once you start living with discipline, going back to that is very hard. I know events happen, traumatic experiences happen. But your body is gonna reject a lot of bullshit that you used to do. So what I mean by that is food won't taste the same. Your taste buds are gonna reset. Sugar, seed oils, and processed foods are just gonna taste differently. Um, you feel bloated when you're eating shit that you shouldn't be eating. Alcohol, another big one, is going to disrupt your sleep, is going to disrupt your hormones. Everything is just going to feel different. Your mood, everything is just going to change once you start to get in shape, So I call this the dark side of getting healthy. This is the dark side of being in shape. Excuse me. This is the dark side of finally getting your life together and being the best version of yourself. All the old shit that you used to do, you're not even going to have time for. You're not even going to recognize anymore. So what else, man? So I'll say for me, right? For me, it was a point where I didn't drink for like a year. The moment that I drank again, the moment that I took a shot, I had like 2 shots. My stomach was turning the whole night. I felt like I was going to throw up. But that was because I had rejected alcohol for the last year. My body was in great shape. I ate clean. My diet was on point. So now when I'm putting poison, which is what alcohol essentially is, I'm putting poison back into this clean temple. And now that disrupts the whole temple. And you guys are going to see that once you remove your old habits and get into new habits. The food that you used to eat, the drinks that you used to drink, even the people that you're around, it's not going to hit the same. It's not going to be the same anymore. So adding on to that, socializing, right? We talk about people. You're not going to want to be in the same places anymore. You're not going to want to go to the bar all the time. You're not going to want to go to the club or, events where there's going to be, just bad habits, drinking and alcohol and drugs, whatever. You've graduated from that environment. You no longer have an identity with that environment anymore. Now you're the strict friend. Now you're the friend that is, obsessed and the buzzkill. You're no longer the fun guy anymore. You used to be the fun guy on the weekend. You were buying everybody shots. You was paying for everybody's tab. Now you're laid back. You don't want anything to do with alcohol. You don't want anything to do with drugs or things that are going to ruin your body. You don't want to eat fast food anymore. Now you're the fucking buzzkill. Now you're the sergeant. Guys are going to start calling you names and poke fun at you. And that's fine. Because the great part is you're probably going to lose interest with hanging with these people. And you're going to find a set of new friends that think, move, and act just like you. So, and a lot of times when it comes to people that really have snide remarks about you, when it comes to you being strict and disciplined, a lot of times they're not mad at your choices. They're mad that you're exposing their choices. You're mad that you're exposing their habits, their bad habits that they've been aware of, and no one's called them out on it. But now here you come around, you're strict, you're disciplined, you don't want to eat that, you don't want to drink that. This is your routine, and now it's exposing their bad habits throughout the years. And they're going to feel intimidated. This is why I say when you become in shape, when you get in shape, you become a threat. You become intimidating. People are going to feel insecure, not because you're in shape, but because you're exposing their bad habits. You know, and another thing that's happening is, what else? Hold on. Sorry, guys. Lost my train of thought. Of course. So the last thing that you see is the mindset, right? Your mindset starts to change. You don't think the same way anymore. The way you process information, your energy is different. You know, your mind is clear. You're focused. You're now thinking long term. You're not just living for the weekend anymore. Like most people live for the weekend. Most people live for Friday and Saturday. Why? They want to get drunk and do drugs. They want to be degenerates. But when you get in shape, you're no longer living for the weekend. Why? You have actual goals. You have purpose. You want to be somebody. You want to create things. Now you have more time for yourself to create and get on your grind. You're no longer living for the club anymore. This is the effects. This is the dark side, the quote unquote dark side of getting healthy. So, in short, man, this is not a bad thing at all. This is a great thing. This is what you want to happen. You know, getting healthy will cost you everything, all your old habits, all your old cravings. Food isn't going to taste the same. Your friends aren't going to be the same friends that you hang around. Your old habits aren't going to be around anymore, you know? Because look, once you start doing something more and more and more, once you start getting in a routine and a habit, the less you're going to want to do the opposite. The less you're going to. So, for example, the cleaner I eat, the cleaner, the more I work out, the more I'm disciplined, the less I'm going to want to put bullshit in my body, the less I'm going to want to drink alcohol, the less I'm going to have cravings for processed junk food. Because why? Your body has built itself up. You built up a tolerance that's hard to go backwards. It's very hard for you now to go back and eat processed foods. Your body's used to you eating whole foods and having proper nutrition and having a proper diet. If you don't work out for 2-3 days, your body's looking like, what's going on? You built up that tolerance. This is the dark side of getting healthy. This is the good dark side you want to be on. So just keep that in mind, man. It's going to cost you your new life is going to cost you your old one. And if you're not ready for that to happen, then, you know, you're going to need some time to evaluate if this is what you really want. But I'll tell you right now, this is exactly what you want. This ain't what you want. This is what you need. You need to be on this side. You need to be on this dark side. This is the best side to be on because the world looks completely different on this side. It's completely. That's why if you're in shape, you're a minority. If you're in shape right now, if you are at a healthy body fat percentage right now, you are the minority in this country. You're the minority. Everybody else is walking around out of shape, tired, sloppy, living for the weekend, eating processed food, eating junk food, drinking alcohol, doing drugs. You're the minority. You see things differently. You act differently. And it shows. And it's just like that. Man, I got to get up out of here. I got to take a shower and get ready for this birthday party. But I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. We are out here, and we will see you guys next week. See ya.